Hi guys, it's Jason here from the West Yorkshire Football Show. Happy New Year. Hope you all had a good evening last night. Not too many drinks before the game today. Just doing a quick post-match review for Leeds United 1, Blackburn 1, and we won't be able to do the post-match review as Brownie is extremely under the weather. Not from the alcohol, just from the sore throat and the cough that was surfacing the other day. So I said I would jump on and do a quick review after the game. So yeah, Leeds United 1, Blackburn 1. I think it was exactly the kind of game that we were expecting against the John Eustace side. Johnny Eustace coming into this game having beaten Daniel Farke 3 times in a row over the Birmingham game at St Andrews early on last season, then the 2 Blackburn games since at home at Ellen Road at the end of last season, and then earlier on this season at Ewood Park, all 3 1-0 wins. And today, I thought first half was pretty much there was nothing in it. They set up in a certain way to try and hit on the counter, but set up defensively really solid. And you know what? Over the 90 minutes or the 100 minutes of the game, the one thing that I will come out of the game saying is that they are actually an extremely well organised side, and this is a team that found themselves in fifth over halfway through the season with no marquee players. Cantwell out today. They don't really have a statement striker. No, the Japanese lads done all right this season and came off injured today. But ultimately, they're a team that are more about the sum of the parts than they are any individual quality. Whereas they had Sammy Schmodics to kind of save them last season. They don't really have that this season. I think they're a pretty impressive side. I think John Eustace is a pretty good manager, and he certainly knows how to stink his way through some games against a much better side. But the players play for him, so you got to, I think, give them credit for the way that they set up. I thought second half we were really starting to grow into the game, and the more that the game went on, the more tired that they became, more gaps started appearing, and we just needed that final clinical kind of moment. Solomon was excellent from minute one. He was the danger man, really. He was where the threat was coming through. Every time he picked up the ball, he made something happen. He doesn't waste possession. You guys all know what I think of Anna Solomon in terms of the quality and the level, and you're seeing it. Well, you're starting to see it every week now. And today, the right seconds before he came off, he whipped across a ball across the 6-yard box that really somebody should have been there to tap in, whether it was James, Pirro, Aronson, whoever. Somebody should really have been looking to tap that in. But again, it were a game very much about them kind of moments. Solomon wasn't happy at all to be brought off, which I thought was quite strange. We haven't seen that kind of reaction from a player probably since Willie Nonto at the beginning of last season. Players don't really show that kind of attitude when they've been coming off, but today Solomon did, and I don't blame him. He was having a field day, and he was killing him. So I think I didn't agree with the call from Faka, but what I will say is that the changing system thereafter, with the forced injuries that we also had, forced substitution, through the injuries, Bogle, Verba coming on both fullbacks, it kind of changed the situation of what we could do with the overlaps down the sides from the fullbacks. So we did go a little bit more central, tried to get players on that you could whip the ball in towards, Matteo Joseph, Patrick Bamford, and we tried to start delivering more crosses into the box. I guess in hindsight it makes sense. And you know what the facts are is Daniel Farke's changes did end up getting us in a position where we should have won the game today. Whether it's a penalty or not, I think it's a penalty. He dives in, he catches Joseph. Joseph makes a meal of it. He probably ain't going to get there. If it's the other way, I'm screaming blue murder. I wouldn't have been angry had it not been given either. It's one of them, but I think he gives the referee a decision to make. Joseph goes down. Pascal, fantastic composure in that moment to tuck the penalty away. Didn't think he had the greatest game today, Pascal, but he certainly knows how to take a penalty. I know he's missed one, but for me, I think he's our best penalty taker when Joe Peru's not on the pitch. So I think he has to take them, and he did a great job. From that moment, it's on the players. It's not on Daniel Farke. It's not on the system. Between Daniel Farke and the subs and all the rest of it, he's done what he can do to get us over the line with a win. And all it'd have taken was for us to just see out a minute, 90 seconds, that corner gets cleared, and we likely then dominate the game through to the 100th minute. But unfortunately, terrible defending. It really was poor defending from the corner. We were all at seas. We were at seas from the counter before that Tanaka got caught. the wrong side of the defender, manage to bundle it out for a corner in the first place. We don't deal with the first contact. We don't deal with the second contact. There's nobody on the post. Joe Rodon's just kind of marking thin air. You know, like once a ball's gone over your head and then it comes back in the middle, you should be gravitating back towards a line to be able to get any last-ditch clearances. So, disappointed with the nature in which we then conceded the 3 points. But overall, I'm not too unhappy with the point. I know it's at home. You know, at the end of the day, whenever we drop points in this division, especially at home, it's going to be somewhat disappointing. But Blackburn are a good side, and John Eustace has shown that he's had Daniel Farke's number a little bit. So, you know what, today we take a point. Burnley drop points at home to Stoke. That's, you know, dropping 2 points at home to Blackburn is far better than dropping 2 points at home to Stoke. And from what I've seen, they didn't even have a shot on target today, Burnley. So yeah, I think we just have to take it on the chin. There's been a lot of games. There's been a lot of points come in a short period of time. We've got some good couple of away results. Sure, it'd have been nice to stretch that gap out with Sheffield United playing Sunderland away later, but we're not going to win every week, guys, and that includes at home. You know, we've won 9 in a row at home. It can't continue forever. So look, we take what we take, we get what we get, and we move on, I think. So yeah, Happy New Year again to everybody. Have a great rest of your week. If you're back at work, unlucky. If you're going back to work next week, enjoy what you can with the family before you do. Rest up, stay safe, marching on together, on to the next one, and I'll see you soon.